Hi there, savewith.crypto here. Okay, so I've just been playing around with some trend lines with the price of Bitcoin, and this is going back, to like sort of 2022, 2023 on the daily time frame. And I'm just wondering if, that is some kind of like rising wedge type thing, and then one day we're going to sort of drop out of there. If that was the case, then that would probably give like a upper price of something like 130 for like October. So if we were to go up there, I'm not sure if this is particularly valid. It doesn't look very good, does it? Maybe there should be like a parallel channel, something like that, maybe. Would that make more sense? I suppose it would, wouldn't it? In which case, if we're looking at, say, topping out in October, we could get to, 130 really. So I think there's a bit more upside left. And we should probably only worry if we come down to about here, like 92k maybe, possibly like 89 or something. If it comes down here, then it might be all over. But if we stay above there, I reckon we should be okay. But I don't know, the more I look at, these kind of trend things, the more I think they're just nonsense, really. The thing I like more are the levels. So, for example, if you go to something like the weekly, pop on the magnet and get a horizontal ray, and then look for the pivot points, like where it changes direction, like there. Up here, obviously. There. And maybe there as well. And on the top side, about there. So there's the weeklies. Let's just take a look at the monthlies. So let's put one in there. I'm going to make that kind of like magenta for monthly, then white for weekly, you see. And then here, and here. Now I think I've done that correctly, but if I haven't, do let me know. But now if we go back to, say, the 12-minute time frame, what we can see here is that it'd be pretty nice to get above that level there at 109.013. So let's put on Quadzilla, see what we can see. Right, it looks like this yellow and green EMA have actually crossed over bullish, but it is pulling back slightly. Let's just look at that on the 15-minute. You see, this has done that thing there where it gets really close but doesn't cross. Usually when that happens, it pulls back quite a bit. So maybe we're not going up just yet. Now, if we move up to the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we are in a downtrend because we had this bearish cross on the EMAs on the 1 hour at 7 o'clock on Friday morning. So, it's been downhill since then. But are they starting to turn around a little bit? Maybe. I'll tell you what I can do. I can put on the new version of Quadzilla that we're going to get very shortly. I've got the beta version that MASSIV has given me. So let's get that. So it's in indicators, it's 1.3 beta. And you can see here what MASSIV has done is made this convergence band to show the bullish and bearish zones. So bearish is the purple, bullish is the green. So let's just get rid of 1.2 for the moment. And let's go to a higher time frame like the 1 hour, which is looking bullish. Let's try the 4 hour. Now the 4 hour is interesting because we've got a green background here on the momentum oscillator. That is a bullish sign. And the fact that this momentum oscillator is right down here does imply that we should be going up reasonably soon. Just like, for example, we did back here. But back on the 15-minute, I think what we should do is keep a very close eye on these two EMAs here. And if the yellow goes above the green, I think we should be good for going up. So what I would do is I would head over to savewithcrypto.org/QZ if you've not got Quadzilla already. And I can fix you up with Quadzilla version 1.2. And then we should be able to get 1.3 out, probably by about Monday, I would say. We've just got to fix a few issues to do with the alerts, and then we're good to go. There is also a brilliant new alert, which is this one here, something significant. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens when that one fires off. And as it happens, the yellow and green did just cross there on the 15-minute time frame. So what I'd probably look for next is something like a cross on the 30-minute, which seems a long way off at the moment. But, you know, we have got the rising momentum there. And as long as this doesn't get up here into the overbought territory, I think we should be okay. Now, obviously, the thing is today, it's Saturday, so it's going to be low volume. So things might not move like they would do on a weekday. And just before I go, let's take a look at the CME close. Well, the CME closed down here at like 108.360, but we've still got the majority of this gap from last weekend to fill up as well. So God knows what will happen. What I really don't want to see, I don't want to see a full recovery like that during the weekend, because that won't really count. That needs to happen once the CME is open again. But we can't tell the price which way to go. We'll get what we're given. But Quadzilla will help, so do go and get it. But Quadzilla will help, so do go and get it from savewith.crypto.org/QZ. Now, just before I go, I just want to talk about the TradingView free plan, because we have actually made this indicator so that you can use it with the free TradingView plan. If you want the free one, just go to savewithcrypto.org/TV, and if you use that link, then if you decide to upgrade to a paid plan later and you go for an annual plan, which I strongly suggest you do because it's much cheaper, you will get $15 off. So use that link, savewithcrypto.org/TV. Now, with the free version of TradingView, you only get the use of like one, or I think maybe two indicators. So what you'll need to do is this one here. You'll have this volume one here by default. We don't really use that in the strategies we use here, so just delete that one and then you'll be able to add Quadzilla. But do bear in mind, if you go to the indicators and you look for Quadzilla, what you'll find is old quad rotation stochastic indicator here. There isn't the version we're using at the moment. So go over to savewithcrypto.org/QZ, fill in the form there, and then I'll add you to the invite only scripts. And I can show you how I do that. Is I go over to my Quadzilla, manage access, add new users. That's my free account, so I add access, no expiration date, apply, and then if I go back to my free account and refresh the page and then go to indicators, I've now got invite only here, and that is where you add Quadzilla. I also suggest that you make it a favourite as well. And that's how you run Quadzilla on the free version of TradingView. If you like the look of that, please give this video a great big fat like. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. While you're down there, please do make sure that you are subscribed and you got the notifications set on all. Did I mention giving the video a big fat like? Yeah, do that. Get Quadzilla, and above all, tell your friends.